Let's go. Life is like a game. How you win it, you losing, where you at. Should always be able to audit yourself, check yourself, understand where you at, and then see where is like on this game, like where can I get the wins? Like where the wins at? How do I score on this game of life? Person develop there where is hidden all the secrets to win. Because there is where you get to understand that you got to read to expand your horizons. You got to be exposed, right, to like words and imagination, right, and vision. Even though you're not there, but you got to travel. We got the internet, right? You got to travel into good things, right? Into like stories, biography of great men that have achieved great things in their life, that have scored big, consistently the entire life, right? So that's why you got to read books, right, of self-improvement, self-development, right? Engage on habits of reading, right? Understand concepts of your personal powers. That's where the person developing hiding secrets to score it is, where you can develop, right, and your powers, like tapping into your true powers, like everything that is like your richness, your wealth within you, right, which is the powers that God gave you, right, your talents, your gifts, right. Um, you got to be able to work with those. That means like your emotion, all your six sense, your emotion, your love, right? Your ability to accept it. You got to develop those things to the best ability that you can, right? Um, to be forgiveness, you know, uh, to know how to uh, take the moment to learn something. Because all the time when we learn something, it's very frustrated because it's not working the way we see ourselves. And that's kind of like with any goal, right? With anything that we're gonna do. My little baby, she's like about to be 4 in like 2 months. We're in month 6, June. She uh, in August, right? So 2 months. I got her little bike, and other things when I get her that is gonna be her first time doing it, she get mad, she get frustrated, she get like, can't do it. And I'm trying to change that word, right? That she would be able to replace that with something else, because that's a problem, right? You start speaking that into the universe, you gotta understand you a tower of vibration, right? And everything you put it out is like a real um, effect, right, that you causing. And then if she grow up like that, it's gonna be a lot of things that she cannot do, and she's gonna have that habit that she's gonna tell herself that her mind's gonna pick that. It's gonna go through from her conscious to her subconscious, and it's gonna be things that is gonna be, you know, way bigger than just riding a bike or something like that. Something like that takes years to accomplish. On the way there, if she keep thinking to herself or saying to herself those things, and then she's gonna make almost impossible for her to achieve. So your language with yourself and what you bring out also it matters, right? A lot, a lot. So soon enough, she's gonna know how to say, "Yes, I can. It's just a temporary defeat, and this is normal. It's gonna happen with me on everything new that I'm about to do." It's like that. And then as soon as that, I can be able to get in her mind that it's a temporary defeat between point A and point B, something that is new. The mind takes a little time to do the learning curve, and then you arrive at the destination that you want to arrive. And then whatever you try to do that was that you have to put a lot of effort into it, it comes out to be that now it's effortlessly, right? It's like when you learn how to drive, when you learn how to ride a bike, when you learn how to um, ski, like doing all the sports, like doing all these things, when you learn to play soccer, all that, right? And then it become like a habit that your mind already got it, already know how to do it. It goes on the autopilot. You know the ball is coming, and you're gonna hold the ball, and then you're gonna pass the ball. You're already seeing the other person where you're gonna connect with doing your pass, and it goes like that, right? But in the beginning, it's different than that, right? It's just the way the universe is, right? We cannot skip that. We don't have a power to utilize the power before the power being exercised, right? The power got to be exercised. You got to practice your power in order to develop your power, and that's why person develop is beautiful and it's so great because it helps you to go into those things, understand those concepts, and be able to tap into your true powers, the gifts, the wealth, the faculty that God has gave you, right? And then when you have those things, you're gonna have all the money and all the things you want to have because now you are the kind of type of person that you are working with your true powers that you have within, and you are able to utilize each power that is available to you the best way that you can, and you continue to develop them, and you're making yourself more powerful, more powerful, because you are able to control your emotions in a better way. You're able to learn and take the time and stay with your goals because you know it's just a temporary defeat. You understand, like person initiate, personal PI, personal. We have a video about that. Go check. PI, personal initiative, right? The power to initiate. Think about this. We have also a video about this here on the channel. Like and subscribe so you can start tapping into all these things and kind of like making yourself very powerful, right? Because for example, this start of video we have is about the moment of action. You can practice all you want, right? But when you come over here and you put that ball right there in the middle and you face the other team, it's moment of action. Something's gonna happen right there and then, right? When it's come time to do it. When you're just thinking about like, we're gonna get there, we're gonna play, we're gonna score, we're gonna win, it's one thing. When you think about going to the gym, you're gonna work out, you're gonna have that kind of type of body, and you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, it's one thing. But when you arrive at the gym, and then you gotta put in the work, you gotta get those weights, you gotta lift those weights, you gotta do those pull-ups, right? You gotta do those push-ups, you know, you gotta do that walk, you gotta do that run, you gotta do that sprint, right? And you got sweat and you got to put in work before you do it. Is a moment of truth, right? It's a moment that kind of like part of the fear, but not the fear, but it's similar, that is always within you. The fear always going to be here. It's never going to go away, right? So it's something like that you got to have person initiate in order to initiate the action and just go right through it. We got a video that talks exactly about that in details, where when it comes to do the action, it's always this moment that happens between you, like on the line, kind of like this, between you here, right, you here, and the action on the other side, and you got to get on here and start doing it, right? That happens when you're going to clean the house. That happens when you're going to clean the cars. That happens when you're going to do any kind of type of work. That thing comes to block you. Is you going to knock down the action, or the action is going to knock down you? Most of the people on the regular basics, day by day, they get knocked down by their own terms and activities. Like they okay, tomorrow I'm doing this for work, I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this for my house, I'm doing this for my family. And when that comes to, they're not able to do it. They fail, right? They fail because when they see the action pump them down, knock them down. So instead of they knock the action down, the action is knocking them, the action is beating them, right? Because they'll be like, oh, I'll do it later. You know, and then the procrastination come in, the lazies come in, right? And all these things with person developing, you know how bad they are, how effective they are, what they cause your life to be, right? and how you're going to be living your life, and how life's going to be hard for you by going that way. And that's when you understand that you got to exchange those things for the powers that you have that needs to be active, that you want to be utilizing, because it's like a muscle. You don't use it, you lose it. And then if you keep going towards that way long enough, you're going to be that person, right, that can utilize your powers, right? They very sleep, dormant, and these negative things took over, and they run your life, right? They dominate your life. You ain't got no self-control. You ain't got no domination, no self-mastery. You want to do the things, and everything's a struggle, and you do the bare minute to survive and get day by day. Don't let that happen. Take control. You the master. You can just do it the way you want to do it. God gave you the power. You just got to use it, right? God forced you second. Utilize your powers. Tap within in. Utilize your powers. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. Overcome these negative things. Be positive. PMA, positive mental attitude, all day, every day. Gratitude, love, peace, acceptance of that temporary defeat. It's just for a little bit. Soon, we practice here every day. We're working hard every day. So soon we'll start scoring, and we're going to start making wins, and we're going to win on this game of life, and we're going to come up in the top, because that's what we're here for, right? We got a life, day zero, into the day that we die. And then from that day, when we die, when we get off there, God don't know what we did good here. So choose all the positive, good stuff to do, and make sure you do it every day, because life's not promised tomorrow. It could be very short. My pastor on the church the other day, he'd say that the distance between life is that tag on the, or that plate on the cemetery of the person's name, and then it has the year when they're born and the day that they die, and then in between it has a little underscore, like a little line, right? You say that line is usually 2-3 inches between the year that they born, the year that they die. And that's pretty much how we can see life, because life, we don't know. We could die, right now, like a minute later, like an hour later. We can die tomorrow. We never know when God is going to call us and we're not going to be here no more, right? So life is not promised. And even though if we leave, all the years, that most like, the maximum that is available, like 120 years, being healthy, taking care and all that, or maybe 100 years, right? Still, it goes by fast. Just say sleeping, we're going to be sleeping. If we live 100 years, this is sleeping, we're probably going to sleep like a good 30-40 hours just on sleeping. That means being alive, living the life, is going to be only 67 years, right? Because out of the day that is 24 hours, 8 hours, most of the people spend on sleeping, and then sometimes even more on different days they don't have nothing going on, and then they don't do anything just because they don't have work. They don't work on themselves, they don't got no personal development, things like that. So that's why you got to tap into personal development. So every day for you is a good day. It's a day for you to live your life, and life is not eternal, right? Stop keeping things for later, right? Start activating everything now. Start doing everything now, so that way you live a light life, right? Yeah. So see you on the next one. Thanks for being here. It's your man Warlin. Much love. And if I can do it, you can do it. If they did it, we admire the great people that has did great things with their life. Guess what? That is just a inspiration, a spark, to let us know that if another man do it, we can do it. So let's do it. Let's go.